Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel and to some more turkey patterning, and today we've got another interesting combo to try out that we haven't tested yet, and I think there's the potential for this to be a halfway decent performing combination. We've seen some very nice patterns from this particular choke, and these shells can do okay when put through the right combo, so we'll see what the two of them can do together. But as for today's shells, I brought out some more of the Remington Premier Magnum Turkey loads, but these ones are the 12 gauge 3.5 inch 2 ounce load of 4-shot at about 1300 feet per second. We've tested these Remington loads a good amount on the channel, both the Premier loads and the Nitro Turkey loads, as well as a few others. And between the basic, kind of more budget oriented Walmart store shelf type of loads like the Nitro Turkeys and these Premier Magnum loads, these are the better option if you put them through the right combination. They're definitely 40-yard capable, but they're not quite as good as the Longbeard shells and stuff like that are. However, I think we have a decent chance of these giving us a solid pattern through today's choke combo. But as for today's setup, I brought out the Mossberg 835 Ulti-Mag. It's got a 28-inch barrel on it, and we're going to be running this choke. This is easily a 15-ish year old Hi-Viz LongSpur turkey choke. Yes, the same Hi-Viz that makes the fiber optic sights for Glocks and stuff like that today. Apparently at one point in time they made chokes as well. It's a 705 constriction, so a little bit less choke than what you would typically find in an 835. These are overboard shotguns to 10 gauge specs, so anything 710 and tighter is absolutely turkey choke range. But this choke probably has some of the best machining quality that I've seen from the vast majority of chokes on it. The threads fit perfect. The inside was a mirror polish when it was brand new. Everything fits exactly the way it should. It's honestly pretty impressive. It's shown us some good results, and with it being 705, maybe a little more breathing room for a 3.5 inch lead 4, so we'll see what happens. Before today's test, we're running it the same as usual. I've got the turkey target at 40 yards and the chrono so we can get our velocity. So let's get you guys a view of that target. We'll shoot our shot, and we'll see what these Remington Premier Magnum loads can put up through the 835 with that old school Hi-Viz LongSpur 705 turkey choke. Alright, so that shell gave us $11.99 through the chrono. Boss claim is 1300. I think usually we're mid 1200s or so for these shells, so maybe a little bit lower velocity than we usually see, but still right at 1200 is a perfectly adequate number for these shells. A lead 4 at 1200 is going to do the job perfectly fine. So let's head down to 40 and see what kind of pattern we actually got. Alright, well, now we're down here at our 40-yard paper, and it is not exactly what I was hoping to see. I can tell you right off the bat, the theory of, well, these are 3.5 inch lead number 4, maybe they'll like a little more breathing room in a choke, probably didn't work out in our favor here. And I mean, I guess that makes sense. These Remingtons are a cheaper load and a more basic load overall. A lot of times, the cheaper stuff does prefer a little more constriction to get them to actually pattern the way you want them to. But we had to try this and see what would happen, because it did have some potential, at least in theory. So do we have a dead bird here at 40? Yes, we do. There is one definitely through the brain and a couple more down in the lower spine area and obviously in the body as well. So that is indeed a 40-yard capable turkey pattern, but it is not a very evenly spread out one either. I think our entire pattern is pretty much dead centered up on the target where we wanted it to be. However, you can clearly see a difference between the left side and the right side. The left side has a lot more pellets than the right does, and we kind of split it right down the middle there as well. We have an okay spread over here on the left, but it is a little blotchy. There's a big stripe here that has no pellets in it. It's a bunch of straggly stuff with big voids and nothing really nice to see over there. The pattern as a whole is pretty broad and spread out, and overall just not very pretty looking. So that's not a combo that I would go for in my turkey combination, that's for sure. If this is what I had and this is what I wanted to hunt with or had to hunt with, I would say 35 yards and in, maybe 30 yards and in, and you're going to be just fine. It may still not be anything impressive, but for somebody that hunts close range and prefers a little bit of leeway, this combo would still work. I was hoping for better though, that's for sure, because we really don't have any kind of core to it whatsoever, and even the edges aren't really condensed down either. So probably just not enough constriction from that 705. And again, 705 is very much a turkey choke constriction in an 835. Anything 710 and under is extra full or tighter. So it simply didn't work out the way that I was hoping that we had the potential to. But that right there is a perfect example on why we test as many different combos as we can. Sometimes we think something's going to do good and it doesn't, and other times something surprises us. In theory, this could have gone either way, but now we know that combo just isn't the one we want to use. That choke has shown some fantastic results with other shells, so we know it's capable. Just comes down to the Remington load, preferring a little more constriction, I would say. Alright y'all, well, I apologize, I couldn't find the wad out of that shell for us to look at. I walked up and down this range probably 20 times, and I guess it must have just hit the ground and tumbled somewhere way off where I can't find it, but we can still see what we need to see here with this pattern, and it's not anything great. I thought there was a chance it could work out, but on the flip side, I'm not entirely surprised with this either. It's a Remington load through a choke that's got a more open constriction, so it kind of does make sense. We've definitely seen better from those Remington shells, and we've seen tremendously better from that old Hi-Viz choke as well. So this combo just isn't a fantastic performer. And that's perfectly fine. That's why we test different stuff to see what works and what doesn't, and now we know this combo just probably isn't one that's worth it. Technically, yeah, it would be capable to 40. Maybe if we take another shot or two, we might find a little bit of consistency, but as far as this goes, definitely kind of half and half here. Don't love that. It's pretty splotchy. It's got a bunch of voids in it and kind of just all over the place. Not really condensed down in any sort of legit turkey pattern. So didn't work out the way I hoped it might, but you can let me know all your thoughts down below. Is that about what you expected to see? Were you a little surprised one way or the other? Have you tested any of these Remington Premier Magnum loads or an old Hi-Viz LongSpur choke? And if so, what kind of results have you seen? Is this a combo you would ever hunt with? Or are you like me, where that's just not what you're looking for in your turkey pattern? And what other chokes or shell combos do you want to see me run with either those Remington Premier Mag 4s or that old Hi-Viz LongSpur? Let me know all that down below. But with that being said, I've got some more testing to get done for you guys, so I'm going to get back to it. As always, you have the channel Instagram as well as the mailbox where you can send stuff if you'd like. All the information will be in the description if you're interested in it, but I'm going to get back to it, so I'll see y'all in the next one.